To be completely honest here, the game itself is basically a story about two high school friends who have sort of drifted apart from each other. They are both in their senior year, and due to one mistake that happened a while ago, it could make or break their friendship. Now, I've only given you a small dose of what the entire, story is going to be about, but to really understand exactly how this story is going to sort of flow, I think it's best to really show you what's going on in the game itself. And as you can tell, I have created this entire game using RenPy, which I'm surprised I learned how to use in a week. A week. Yes, a week. So this is, of course, the main title screen. I'm actually really happy I learned Photoshop how to do this, but of course, I'm just gonna be honest here. When it came to coming up with the character designs, like these two characters, I used an avatar maker called Gotchaverse, which, honestly, this was like really popular for like the longest time. And in each of these, I was able to basically come up with just a few small character designs based around just my entire imagination. There are millions of customizations you can use in this app, and of course you can download the avatars if you want to. Oh crap, I think I might have just spoiled the main villain. But yeah, that's basically that's how I was able to come up with these two character designs. And again, each of these characters do have, like, their appearance does sort of show off a little bit of their personality. But of course, this is just a title screen, and we don't get too much into the personality except when we get into the story. Now, again, this is Jonathan. As you can tell, he is basically a very chipper and definitely a lovely kind of fellow.
Sad boy.
Like, seriously. He just loves chilling out with people, and again, he's very friendly. Also, he has loads of information. As he is telling you, the full game will be on Steam sometime next month. Don't have an exact date yet. Just look out for this game next month. Of course, I do want you all to enjoy the rest of the game, Jam. And if there's any type of criticism you can give me, please let me know. And of course, we have Ashley. Of course, she is sort of, well, I'm not going to really spoil this, but as you can tell from the opening title, it's more like they're relaying the story to the audience. Like, this is them reminiscing about something. So it's something that you will obviously notice that this obviously does not take place during the official story. And, well, I'm going to be real with you. This is more like a comic book than an actual video game. You really just click. That's all you do. All right. And here we are at the beginning of our story. Of course, Ashley's entire character is that she's genuinely a pretty good, like, she is the kind of person that just loves to play around and have fun, but she can be a little bit lazy, which is going to be a little bit surprising, considering what she's going to sort of want for her future. Especially since, well, she can also be a little bit stubborn. Like, seriously. Like, she's a diva, if I can explain that properly. And Jonathan, being the playful little fellow he is, sneaks up behind her just to say hi. And, as you can tell, she's not amused. And, yeah, know how I talked about how lazy she is? Well, let's just say, if she's doing graphic design work, that's really not going to be helpful to her. But, of course, her ego will not let that really happen. You can be lazy, but having an ego just makes it even worse. And of course, we get into the main problem, besides the emotional one between our two characters, that being the main small thing going on. as this character named Karen, who is going to be Jonathan's older sister, well, she offers Ashley $2,000. Karen is actually the only adult that I'm going to legitimately write and show on screen. Everything else is just going to be straight up, she's just the only adult here. And of course, as an older sister, she does care about her little brother. Yeah, that's, Karen, Jonathan's older sister. And of course, bringing up her little brother around the one person who doesn't like him at the moment is a bit of a red flag, as you can see. So, yeah. Basically, the entire story is really just a full interactive visual novel that has to deal with each of these characters simply dealing with a big problem. And before you ask, yes, I will be introducing Brutus later on. In fact, I might even give him a spin-off series.
Oh.
The Best of Brutus, coming to Steam, 2058. Yes. But I am going to put in a bit of realism into this. So, I just want to go ahead and say that this is a phrase that I'm sure a lot of people should probably learn and know how to use properly. I've seen this phrase been thrown around a lot, and the main inspiration from the story came from a real-life event that I had, where I ticked off one of my friends. And when I tried to make amends with her, she got mad at me and simply used this phrase right here as an excuse for why she couldn't help me with something that I was going through at the time. And the thing I did to her wasn't considerably that bad. Now, this isn't a complete conversion. What I did was entirely different than what Jonathan did. But the phrase, "I'm not responsible for how you feel," is a phrase that can be used as both empowering and depowering. And that's kind of the bit of the message of this story. We're not responsible for how anyone feels, but that doesn't mean we can't be good people. And, well, unfortunately, that is the end of my demo. I hope you all enjoyed it, and don't forget, next month the full story will be on Steam. So goodbye.